right now we are going to be watching the drama. The drama is very nice, and I hope you enjoy it. My dad did a good job. I'm Mackenzie at the Gwinnett Arena, and this is the tape for a drama.
2007. Lowliness of Mind.
Lowliness of Mind. And I'll tell you the two famous characters in the movie. The two famous characters are probably Gehazi and Elisha.
And who's the fellow that comes that's sick?
Huh?
Who's the one that has...
And the people who come from
Syria.
These two people that come from Syria. There's an army and someone from Syria. They're all from Syria. It is Naaman and his army and his guards and his assistants.
And what's wrong with Naaman?
Naaman has a little sickness called leprosy.
Is it little?
Huh?
Is it little?
What's little?
A small sickness or a bad sickness?
Bad sickness. And a part of the drama, well, you'll like it. Thank you. My name is Mackenzie at the Gwinnett Arena. Bye.
Hilarious. From the beginning, you know? Well, I did.
My name is Rodriguez.
I'll just do it.
She cut it out. And she can do it.
So why don't you do it then? Because I'll end up doing it. And then she'll get angry and say, get out of my way, let me do it. No, what you should do is start early. You're waiting for the last minute. Well, all the differences they have is
Hello. Hi. You ready? Are you focused?
We are ready and focused.
Focused? You look really scared. Look at Daddy eating her food.
So what color you guys
Beard crew. Beard crew. Another beard crew. Okay, I gotta do it again. Are you ready?
Oh. Yeah, we're ready.
10 seconds, right?
10 seconds.
Be nice and clean.
We're ready.
Hello, Marion. Hi, guys.
Hey.
You ready, Kevin?
No.
Okay. Oh, get out of the way,
I
Naaman.
don't know why. He's doing
Hogging the show. Oh, hello, there he is, the brow man.
Oh, they have more?
Focus, focus.
They have 20 yards of coverage.
Hello. Are you ready?
Ready.
Starting where? There is nothing wrong with being a servant. I am a servant, a hired worker in your fields.
Yes, but
Wait a second. Something's out of place there.
And vice.
it was on the rack with his skirt.
Oh, okay. So it's Spurs out here.
Yeah. It's on the rack with his skirt.
I hope to see you again.
You got the stuff?
So long. You will survive. You will survive.
Yeah, whatever. Party.
Yeah, that's right.
Do good.
Thank
Love
you. Bye. See you.
Clothe yourselves with lowliness of mind.
light, dark, good, evil. The meaning of those words are diametrically opposed to one another. But so are the qualities of humility and pride. The greatest example, though, of humility in the universe is none other than Jehovah God. He humbles himself from his lofty place to consider our daily needs and our future. Rightfully so, then, he expects us as his servants to be sincerely humble towards one another. In order for us to continue to follow the Christ, we have to have this quality of humility. In fact, the Apostle Paul stated in Colossians chapter 3 and verse 12 that we're to clothe ourselves with the tender affections of compassion, kindness, lowliness of mind, mildness, and long-suffering. Now, the root words in Greek and Hebrew for lowliness of mind is also where we derive the word humility. The lowering of our mindset when it comes to others, putting them first. Submitting to theocratic arrangements, dealing with our brothers and sisters in the congregation, showing principled love to our neighbors, all take this spirit of humility. The psalmist wrote at Psalm 131, verse 1, O Jehovah, my heart has not been haughty, nor have my eyes been lofty, nor have I walked in things too great, nor in things too wonderful for me. With that humble spirit, he helps us to be reminded that no matter how Jehovah may use us, we are to never think more of ourselves than our brothers and sisters. Whether we've had the privilege of many years of service at Bethel, or our circumstances allow us to pioneer, or maybe an elder in the congregation has continued privileges past those of his congregational responsibilities, no matter what our circumstances may be, whether they're secular successes or even the success of having the privilege of serving in the congregation, we should never have the feelings of superiority or pursue prominence in our minds and hearts. In fact, the scriptures warn us that each one of us is tried by being drawn out and enticed by our own desire. It goes on to say, then the desire, when it's become fertile, gives birth to sin. In turn, sin leads to death. Some have ruined their relationship with Jehovah God and with Jesus by allowing pride to take root in their hearts. Yes, it's easy to allow pride to get in, but extremely difficult to get it out. This is well illustrated in the drama that we are about to see. This drama is inspired by the biblical account of Gehazi, the greedy attendant of Elisha. Now, what is presented here may very well have developed, even though some of it is not portrayed within the scriptures. But it gives us food for thought. What, for example, was the root of Gehazi's pride? At some point in his life, Gehazi had the qualities that we mentioned earlier in Colossians chapter 3. He was spiritual-minded. He was desirable by Jehovah. And Jehovah used him. In fact, the scriptures give him credit for making decisions that benefited the Israelites. Yet as the years passed, as you will witness through the drama, his heart changed, and he allowed pride and self-exaltation to ruin his relationship with Jehovah God. This drama can motivate us to examine our hearts, to see what's inside of it, and to assist us in rooting out any desire for those same qualities that Gehazi developed, haughtiness and self-exaltation. Pay close attention now with me as we witness this drama, and let us all learn from it as we witness the clothing yourselves with lowliness of mind drama.
This drama is based on the Bible account of Elisha the prophet and his attendant Gehazi. In their day, many among God's people had turned away from Jehovah. Yet Gehazi was one who had remained faithful to Jehovah. So Elisha selected Gehazi to be his helper.
Gehazi, I found the missing garment.
I knew you would find it. I can always count on you to find the things I lose.
Oh.
You are a good wife.
You'll need this for the sun. I'm so happy for you. I never expected my husband to receive such a special appointment. Imagine, you are now the attendant of the chief prophet of Jehovah.
I cannot believe it myself. It is a blessing from Jehovah. Yet, it saddens me to leave you for days at a time. I worry.
Don't worry, Gehazi. Our parents are here. I see them every day. And there are plenty of strong men in your family to take good care of the fields when you're not around.
Gehazi, are you leaving now? We came to wish our big brother good health on his travels.
I would not think of leaving without saying goodbye to my little brother and sister.
Have you heard what the townspeople are saying about you?
Oh, don't pay attention to all that gossip.
It's not gossip. The older men are saying that it is only a matter of time before you become the next head of Jehovah's company of prophets.
What? That's nonsense.
Do not be too humble, Gehazi. Think about it. Elijah was once Jehovah's preeminent prophet. And who was his attendant?
Elisha, of course. So, what's your point?
Yes, Elisha was his attendant. But he did not remain a mere attendant forever. Elisha is now God's chief prophet. You see the point? Today, attendant, tomorrow, prophet.
I see your point, Gilead. But you should know this. First, the thought of becoming God's chief prophet has not even crossed my mind. And second, I am not a mere attendant. Elisha has been commissioned by God to eliminate Baal worship from the land of Israel and to turn the hearts of many back to Jehovah. And I am to help Elisha.
Is it true that you accumulate many riches and gifts from kings and princes and the people of the land?
Zibia, Gilead, stop. You must look at the spiritual side of things. This is not about prominence or riches. It's an opportunity to serve Jehovah and to help others. That's why we rejoice with you, Gehazi, on this special day.
What is that sound? It's the sound of a crowd. Gehazi, it's Elisha. Elisha is here.
Yes, it is Elisha. He is the one wearing the official garment of a prophet. And look, he's surrounded by the townspeople. Gehazi, you are already famous.
The time has come. I must leave now.
Gehazi, my friend, we must leave at once. We have much work to do. We will face challenges and we will enjoy blessings. But remember, it is not our work. It is the work of the only true God, Jehovah. So gird yourself with lowliness of mind, because God opposes the haughty ones, but he gives undeserved kindness to the humble ones.
Gehazi began accompanying Elisha, sharing with him in the work of promoting the pure worship of Jehovah. At the time, Gehazi must have had spiritual qualities that made him desirable, both to Elisha and to Jehovah. As the years passed, however, Gehazi's attitude changed. Pride and greed began to dominate his thinking.
Gehazi,
Misha, what are you doing in Shunem?
Well, actually, I'm just passing through on my way to Jezreel. Your sons told me you often spend the night here, so I was hoping at least to see you. It has been weeks since you were in Ophel.
Is this a relative of yours, Gehazi?
Forgive me, Elisha. This is Misha from my hometown. He's not a relative, but a neighbor. Actually, he's a hired worker looking after my vineyards.
It is a great honor to meet you, Elisha. Although I am a farmer at the vineyards, please know that I am always ready to join you in your struggle against false worship.
No need to bow before me, Misha. It is always a pleasure to meet a man who has not bent the knee to Baal. I leave the two of you. Gehazi, I am going up to the roof chamber. I must rest a bit. Someday, I may very well call on you, Misha. I perceive that you are a humble man. May you have peace, Misha.
And may Jehovah bless your faithful work, Elisha.
What are you trying to do, Misha? Oh, Elisha, it is a great honor to meet you. I am just a farmer at the vineyards, but please know that I'm always ready to join you in your struggle against false worship. Are you crazy? How could Elisha ever be interested in you?
Gehazi, why are you so angry? Please, do not say such things.
Forgive me, Misha.
Gehazi, are you all right?
Are you aware, Misha, that I have been serving as Elisha's attendant for over 10 years? And what am I? Just a servant? An attendant? That word attendant is starting to wear on me.
But there is nothing wrong with being a servant. I am a servant, a hired worker in your fields.
Yes, but at least you get paid for your services. Look at me. More than 10 years of servitude at my own expense. Yes, the people give us food and a place to sleep, but I have to provide my own clothing. When I go home, I bear gifts that I purchase with my own money. I don't understand Elisha. We have been offered many valuable gifts, but Elisha rejects them all, as if I have not earned the right to enjoy such benefits. Do I not have the right to decide for myself when to accept and when to reject a gift? And younger men have been appointed as prophets. But what about me? Am I a prophet? No. Gehazi the attendant. Gehazi the servant. Gehazi the slave.
Gehazi, it saddens me that you harbor such feelings. Pray to God about this. Remember, Jehovah hates self-exaltation.
Misha, my friend, I certainly do not want to displease Jehovah. I love Jehovah. He is the only true God. I have no intention of ever turning my back on him. And I truly appreciate the privilege I have. But you don't know what it's like to serve with Elisha. Most people see merely the prophet, but I see the real man. And believe me, he's not an easy man to serve with. I just get frustrated.
It seems to me, Gehazi, that your heart is divided. On the one hand, you seem to have appreciation for your God-given privilege. But on the other hand, it appears that you place too much importance on your position before men and on material benefits. Gehazi, making a good name with God is the most important thing. You must gird yourself with lowliness of mind. Do not let your frustrations get the best of you.
Misha, Jehovah must have sent you. Thank you for your words of wisdom. I will certainly meditate on them. Have a good journey.
May God's peace be with you, Gehazi.
Elisha, I must be patient. And I must think less of myself and cultivate humility. Yes, I must be humble. Yes, Gehazi, the miracle worker, the champion of Jehovah against Baal. Just give me a sword, and I will decapitate all the Baal worshippers. Actually, I do not need a sword. I can just swing this garment back and forth and incinerate them with fire. I can hit the ground and produce an earthquake. I can split the waters of rivers and, yes, turn rocks into gold.
Gehazi's good qualities were fading away. He became dissatisfied with his work, perhaps viewing his assignment as beneath him. Bad traits, such as the desire for prominence and selfish gain, began to take root in his heart.
You have peace, master. This is a good day, and I have good quality merchandise and special prices for you.
You're wasting your time, friend. He's no master. He's a servant. Elisha's attendant. He merely looks at the merchandise, but never buys anything.
I am no man's servant. I am Gehazi of Ophel, a partner and co-worker of the chief prophet of Jehovah of armies. And watch your words. You should know that those who mock a man of God may face the worst of calamity. He speaks truth.
Remember what happened to the boys from Bethel, the boys who mocked Elisha? As he was going up on the way, there were boys who came out from the city and began to jeer him and kept saying to him, "Go up, you bald head! Go up, you bald head!" Finally, Elisha turned behind him and saw them and called down evil upon the boys in the name of Jehovah. Then 2 she-bears came out from the woods and went tearing to pieces 42 children of their number.
Don't listen to him, my lord Gehazi. His mouth is full of dead flies, and his foolish speech stinks.
It is refreshing to meet a sensible man.
Excuse me, my lord. I could not help but overhear the conversation. Do you know where Elisha is? When can I see him? I am in urgent need of speaking to a true prophet of Jehovah.
Perhaps I could hear your problem. What is your name?
My name is Merab, the widow of Ozan the Hazarite.
I am Elisha's partner and co-worker. You seem anxious and unsettled about something, Merab. Perhaps I can help. Surely Jehovah does not need Elisha to listen to your plight. God may very well reveal his counsel through me. Please, meet me at the rocks. I will be there in a few moments.
Thank you. May Jehovah be with you.
I must interrupt you, Gehazi. Please, be kind to me and lead me to Elisha. A matter has come to the attention of the elders, and I must consult with him.
Elisha will not be able to see you for many days. Lately, he is quite busy with the sons of the prophets, and has little time for other people. However, I have time for you. I always have time for my people. Please, go to the rocks over there. I will be with you soon. I will take these garments. How much do you want?
The fabrics you have chosen are of fine quality. I can see that you have very good taste in clothing. What about 30 silver shekels?
30 shekels? Am I not a man of God? A partner of the chief prophet of Jehovah? I believe that I deserve some consideration. I will give you 15 silver pieces. What you give to me, you give to Jehovah.
So be it. May you have this.
Gehazi, remember the words of wise King Solomon. Pride is before a crash, and a haughty spirit before stumbling.
Gehazi was now manifesting a haughty spirit. He had allowed fleshly thinking to mold his action and develop a disrespectful attitude toward Jehovah's arrangement. His actions were certain to end in calamity because Jehovah does hate self-exaltation. Unknown to Gehazi, in a foreign land, events were unfolding that would ultimately result in a test of his humility and integrity to Jehovah. The land is Syria, where Naaman, the army chief, had established a reputation as a valiant and mighty man held in great esteem. But Naaman was afflicted with a terrible disease known as leprosy. Upon hearing that Elisha could cure his leprosy, Naaman came to Elisha's home bearing a great amount of money and other expensive gifts.
My master, he is coming. Naaman, chief of the Syrian army, is on his way to your house with his horses and war chariots. He should arrive at any moment.
I'm aware of it, Gehazi. You know that I sent for him.
I know, Elisha. Will you cure him of leprosy?
Jehovah is the one who judges the hearts of men. He is the one who heals. I do not know what is in the heart of this mighty man from Syria. What I do know is that Jehovah has chosen Naaman as his agent in delivering the Syrians. Jehovah could very well reward him now by curing his leprosy.
If I may, Elisha, I would like to recommend a course of action in this matter.
Of course, Gehazi, but speak quickly. I already see the cloud of dust from Naaman's chariot.
Well, when the Shunammite's son died, you placed your staff in my hand and sent me to see the dead boy. That day I was certain that Jehovah would perform a great miracle through me. But it did not happen. I put the staff on the boy's face, but nothing happened. The boy did not wake up. I felt so bad, Elisha. Why would Jehovah not use me?
I am sorry you felt that way, Gehazi. It was not God's will that you be the one to resurrect the boy.
I know, Elisha. Still, it was the most embarrassing moment of my life. Well, that was some time ago. I perceive that Jehovah wants to use me now. Elisha, please, let me be the one to meet Naaman. Let him appear before me, and let me magnify Jehovah's glory before the idol-worshipping Syrians.
Very well, so be it. You will meet Naaman. And you must direct him to the Jordan River, and you must instruct him to bathe 7 times in the Jordan, so that his flesh may come back and be clean. I am going inside the house now. Come to me as soon as Naaman leaves.
Elisha?
Yes, Gehazi.
One more thing. Perhaps I was thinking I would probably be more effective if I, well, when I meet Naaman, should I, or could I, wear your official garment? You might be more inclined to listen to me.
Just follow my instructions, Gehazi, and beware of your pride. It is God's will that Naaman's humility be tested today. May it not be a day of judgment for you.
Men of Syria, may you have peace. The prophets of the Almighty God Jehovah welcome you.
I am Pildash, advisor and attendant of Lord Naaman, chief of the Syrian army and envoy to Ben-Hadad, king of Syria. It is my honor to present to you Lord Naaman. I am Naaman. It is my honor to be in the presence of the prophet of Jehovah, the God of Israel. Your name, Elisha, and your great deeds are spoken about in my land.
Forgive me, Lord Naaman, but I must inform you that I am not Elisha.
So, who are you? Where is Elisha?
I am Gehazi of Ophel, a partner and co-worker of Elisha, the chief prophet of Jehovah of armies.
Are you Elisha's servant?
Well, I am the attendant, the chief attendant of Elisha the prophet.
Pildash, this man is only a servant. Let's just go back to Syria. Wait, my lord. Chief Attendant Gehazi, could you please inform your master that we have arrived at his bidding?
Why is Elisha not here to greet us? Did he not invite us to come?
Naaman, perhaps you should hear what he has to say.
Perhaps I should. But it makes me uneasy that Elisha would invite us to come, but not be awaiting us. What is the word that you have for me, Gehazi?
You must not look down on me. Elisha the prophet has entrusted me with your healing by telling me what it is that you must do.
But is your master not going to present himself before Naaman? Please, inform Elisha that my Lord has brought with him a blessing gift. Look now, he has here in his hand 10 talents of silver, 6,000 pieces of gold, and 10 changes of garments.
I understand, my lord, but let it be just as Elisha has spoken. Here now is what he has said you must do. You must go to the Jordan River. Going there, you must bathe 7 times in the Jordan, that your flesh may come back to you and be clean.
What? This is what he has told you that I must do?
Even so, my lord. Jehovah of armies will heal your leprosy today. If it pleases you, your gifts may be left here.
What is this that is happening to us? Would this prophet and his attendant make a mockery of us?
But my lord, the prophet simply said that you should bathe in the Jordan River and be healed.
And have I come all the way from Syria just to bathe in the Jordan River? Is it to be insulted by a prophet of Israel that I have come, or is it to be recovered of my leprosy? Here I said to myself, to me Elisha will come out all the way and will certainly stand and call upon the name of Jehovah his God and move his hand to and fro over the place and actually give the leper recovery. And now see what it is he has asked me to do.
I know, my lord. But is it such a great thing that he has asked?
Are not the Abana and the Pharpar, the rivers of Damascus, better than all the waters of Israel? Can I not bathe in them and certainly be clean?
Great Lord Naaman, please listen. Had it been a great thing that the prophet himself had spoken to you, would you not do it? How much more then, since he has said to you, bathe and be clean?
Allow me to speak, my lord. Please now, let us go down to the Jordan.
And what do you have to say?
I agree, my lord Naaman. If Jehovah's prophet is indeed making sport of you, then it is all the military force of Syria that he is mocking. Is he that foolish? I doubt it, my lord.
You are a wise man, my lord. Do not allow your anger to cloud your wisdom. Perhaps this is a test from Jehovah. We do not understand his ways. Are we not foreigners and aliens in the land? You should now test Jehovah to see whether he is the true God or not. We will accompany you to the Jordan, and you must plunge into the Jordan 7 times, according to the word of the man of the true God.
You have spoken well, Pildash. You are a faithful and wise counselor to me. We shall do according to the word of the prophet of Israel. If I can be recovered from my leprosy in so simple a manner, then Jehovah is indeed the true God. Perhaps he will show me favor after all. Let's go.
Despite his high-ranking position, Naaman had a humble heart. He listened to reason and trusted in Jehovah. As it turned out, Naaman bathed 7 times in the Jordan River and was miraculously cured. The leprosy was gone. Filled with gratitude and humble appreciation, Naaman went to see Elisha.
May you have peace, Naaman.
You must be Elisha, the prophet of Jehovah.
I am he, a servant of the true God.
It is an honor to meet you. Please listen to what I wish to say. Now I certainly know that there is no God anywhere in the earth but in Israel. See, I came as a leper, but now, look, my flesh has come back like the flesh of a little boy, and I have become clean. May Jehovah your God be praised to time indefinite. And may he bless you, Elisha, the foremost prophet in all of Israel.
It is Jehovah alone you must honor, and to him alone you must offer praise.
I do indeed praise your God, Jehovah, but still, you are the one whom the true God has used. It is you who acted as mediator for me, an enemy Syria.
It is your faith that has made you whole, and your humility, Naaman. Jehovah blesses the humble one.
Now that I have become clean, accept, please, a blessing gift from your servant.
Elijah, I have seen the gift. It is indeed a most generous offer.
As Jehovah before whom I do stand is living, I will not accept it.
But see, I have brought in my hand 10 talents of silver, and 6,000 pieces of gold, and 10 changes of garments. It is a blessing gift from the king of Syria, who highly values my service, and who sent me to you, that I might be recovered from my leprosy.
Why was it that I sent for you? Was it simply to cure you of your leprosy? Why, there are lepers in Israel who worship Jehovah and have not been cured. Was it not to show you that there is a living God in Israel, the only true God, Jehovah?
Even so, my lord.
Why now should I take from your hand anything when it was Jehovah God himself who recovered you from your leprosy?
Elijah, before you make a final decision, could I please talk to you in private?
You have a good heart, but it would displease the Most High God of Israel. Return to your home and to your people, and take with you the blessing that the God of Israel has seen fit to pour out upon you today. Go in peace, my friend.
May Jehovah bless you, Elisha. And know that I will no more render up a burnt offering or a sacrifice to any other gods but to Jehovah. In the name of Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, you are cordially invited to visit our land as you wish. May you have peace.
Naaman passed the test of faith with his miraculous cure as a reward. But this day did indeed turn out to be a day of judgment for Gehazi, for he himself failed the test of humility. The seeds of ambition, greed, and pride produced a scheming and deceitful heart. Gehazi went chasing after Naaman and lied his way into receiving 2 talents of silver and 2 changes of garments for his own personal gain. How would Jehovah respond to Gehazi's wicked acts?
Where did you come from, Gehazi?
Your servant did not go anywhere at all.
Did you not come from the direction of Syria?
The direction of Syria, my lord? And why would your servant be coming from that direction?
What is this garment you are wearing, Gehazi? Where have you been?
Oh, yes, the garment. I think I told you that I needed to go to Ophel and visit my family. Yes, my wife made this new garment.
Gehazi, do not lie. The very moment you secretly met Naaman, I felt my heart itself go right along there with you. And did not my heart continue with you when you turned aside to your own house in Ophel to leave there for your own use the spoil that you took from Naaman?
Oh, my master, you must understand. And I plan to use these gifts to advance the worship of Jehovah. It is not really for personal gain. My master, Elisha, for many years I have worked hard for you and for Jehovah.
Where is your faith and trust in Jehovah? Is Jehovah blind so as not to notice you and all you have done for him all these years? Are his hands tied so as to prevent him from exalting you if it is his will to do so? Why must you exalt yourself? Jehovah is high, and yet the humble one he sees, but the lofty one he knows only from a distance.
My master, the Syrian urged me.
This goes beyond silver and a few garments. You used my name to deceive Naaman. You lied to me. You went against the will of Jehovah that he clearly expressed through me. And all for what? Your self-importance, your ambition, your greed.
Master, I deserve...
Do you desire the riches of Naaman? Do you want his beautiful garments? And yes, do you want power just like Naaman, a mighty man in high esteem? Well, this is what Jehovah has decreed. There is one thing that Naaman left behind that you will now possess. Go out from before the true God, Gehazi, for the leprosy of Naaman will stick to you and your offspring to time indefinite.
May the true God have mercy on me.
There was a time when Gehazi was a good man, but his lack of humility brought calamity upon him. And the calamity was not just the leprosy, but the loss of Jehovah's friendship. In time, Elisha chose another attendant, and God's word kept moving forward with blessings for those who proved loyal and humble.
What is that sound? It is the sound of a crowd. Misha, I think it's Elisha. Elisha is here.
Yes, Angel, my brother. It is Elisha. He is the one who's wearing the official garment of a prophet. And look, he's surrounded by the townspeople. It is a great privilege to be chosen as Elisha's attendant. The time has come. I must leave now, but I will visit soon. Elisha!
Misha, my friend, we must leave at once. We have much work to do. We will face challenges, and we will enjoy blessings. But remember, it is not our work. It is the work of the only true God, Jehovah. So gird yourself with lowliness of mind, because God opposes the haughty ones, but he gives undeserved kindness to the humble ones.
Witness is set before all of us as a warning example. Like Gehazi, pride can ensnare any one of us at any time. An inflated ego can ruin our relationship with Jehovah, Jesus, and our fellow Christians. As displayed by Gehazi in his encounter with Misha, already he started to show the feeling of superiority over his own fellow Christians. The Apostle Paul showed us in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 20, what damaging effects that can have in the Christian congregation. He said it can bring about strife, jealousy, cases of anger, contentions, backbitings, whisperings, cases of being puffed up, disorders. These do not belong in the Christian congregation. It would be foolish for any of us to feel superior to our fellow brothers and sisters just because of our abilities, or our appearance, our education, our race, our rank, or our wealth. Think for a moment about what Gehazi was trying to profit from. Was it really him that was bringing comfort to those Israelites? Or was it not Jehovah's Spirit that brought about the real comfort? Or in the case of Naaman's healing, did he really have anything to do with that other than to simply direct Naaman as to what to do? Again, it was Jehovah's Spirit. Had nothing to do with him. Yet he wanted the riches and the glory for those matters. We have no right to think so much of ourselves that we diminish Jehovah's role in the Christian congregation to being less than ours. Christian men must make a special effort to reject any ambitious thoughts regarding privileges in the Christian congregation. Did you note, for example, his complaining spirit about younger men being appointed prophets before him? Just the fact that it came out of his mouth showed what was truly in his heart. And Christian women as well should not be preoccupied with the supposed level of prominence their husbands or sons may or may not have. In fact, back in the 1800s, 1894, the Watchtower had this to say with regards to men who had responsibilities in the Christian congregation. It says that they were to be men of meekness, that they may not be puffed up, of humble mind, who seek not to preach themselves, but Christ. Not to air their own knowledge, but his word in its simplicity and power. And in 1999, the Watchtower went on to say, Clearly, true Christians should never seek responsibility in order to satisfy personal ambition or to gain prominence, power, and control over others. A humble overseer keeps in mind that his responsibilities constitute a fine work, not an exalted position to bring glory to himself. All elders and ministerial servants should do their utmost to serve humbly in behalf of others and to take the lead in sacred service, setting a worthy example for others to imitate. End quote. In order to follow the Christ, we must recognize that he is in control of the Christian congregation as delegated by his Father. He displayed and does display humility at all times. Thus, he has expectation of us to do the same. What Gehazi failed to realize, and that we should never forget, is that there is no prominence ladder in the congregation to be climbed. Question: was the offering of the gift and Gehazi's wanting it wrong in itself? Well, we offer gifts to brothers and sisters in the congregation from time to time. Is that wrong? And is that what's being implied? No. In the case of Gehazi, it was his pride that made him greedy for dishonest gain, wanting to profit from Jehovah's work, not his own. In the drama, you saw how Gehazi, although appearing humble at times, proved to be presumptuous and arrogant at heart. What a stark contrast Naaman was, who because of his humility, even though he's prominent and was powerful in Syria, he received a blessing from Jehovah God. Why? Because Jehovah is the reader of the hearts. Matthew chapter 6, Matthew chapter 23, Colossians chapter 2 all warn us about practicing our righteousness before others for man's response. Rather, we should do it for Jehovah's response. Our humility must be genuine. Jesus, while on earth, was undoubtedly the most intelligent human being that ever walked the earth. Superior to all, yet he never elevated himself above others. In fact, the Apostle Paul stated in Philippians chapter 2, verses 5 through 8, that even though Jesus was created in God's form, he never considered himself to be equal to Jehovah. In fact, out of humility, he came to the earth, became a man, and was obedient to the point of death. But what's interesting is how the Apostle Paul starts out verse 5. He says, keep this mental attitude in you that was also in Christ Jesus. Yes, if we follow the example of Elisha, Misha, and Naaman, then we can be in line to reap rich blessings from Jehovah, sustenance and covering as he promises today as we serve him. Also, we have the hope for the future that he gives us. And like Naaman, we'll be in line for the ultimate healing in Jehovah's righteous new system of things. But again, how do we put ourselves in line for that? We do it by clothing ourselves with lowliness of mind and by following the Christ.